The Tuners gang is all back for 2024, and they are all brand new variants now being made from Thailand. Now, they have done them from Thailand before, though, but those were not these new flame variants, which they actually haven't done in 11 years since 2013. So, this is so awesome to see because everyone loves the Tuners. They always sell extremely well. There's never a tuner hanging on the pegs for too long. So that's awesome. We got four new variants to look forward to this year. And today we have one of them, that being, of course, Wingo with his flames. So welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everyone. Who really doesn't love the tuners? I mean, come on. Every single Cars fan and just Disney movie fan alike, I think they all agree that the tuners are the best Cars villains out there. I mean, Chick Hicks is cool. Jackson Storm, he's kind of a dweeb. And I mean, who else? Miles Axelrod, Professor Zeta Lemons, they're all right too. I do have a soft spot for them. But the Tuners gang, I mean, look at it whatever way you want, but they did try to kill Mac and Lightning McQueen because they tried to push Mac's trailer over the overpass. So when you look at them at first glance, you might think, hey, they're not that bad of villains, definitely not as disastrous as the Evil Queen or Scar, from other classic Disney movies. But still, bad intentions, I guess, are in their mind. So they are still villains. Anyways, I'm going on a little bit of a rant here, but I do want to talk about Wingo because today the spotlight is on him. I will be reviewing all four of the tuners though this year for 2024, so hopefully all the other ones will be available soon. I know DJ is next. I think he's in case F, but Wingo is in case E of 2024 singles. Boost should be in probably the case after that. Then Snotrod, he hasn't actually been revealed in the package just yet, so we'll see what he ends up looking like. I think he'll be the best one because his flame variant is actually really cool. Not only does he have a new expression, but he also has ginormous flames on the side, which all the other tuners do not have. They just have the little tiny flames right there on the back there, but they're still pretty cool. I like them a lot, and I'm glad they decided to do these variants of them this year. Anyways, though, here's Wingo's artwork. It is unique to the flame variant because you can see the flames back there. They are ginormous, though. I don't think they're actually that big in the movie, and they don't really look that color either. They're supposed to be kind of like greenish with a little bit of purple, I think, which they don't look to be here. They're just kind of a basic green color, but they do look cool. We'll see how they look when I open them up. But it's funny because I do have the original Wingo with Flames car that they did only in China back in 2013 was when they did all of them. They were brand new. It was like right after they stopped making the Cars 2 mainline diecast. So it was quite the switch, and I was really happy because I had always wanted the tuners, and I ended up getting all four of them. I think for Christmas, or maybe I did find some of them in the store. I forget, but Snotrod was definitely the hardest one to find. And I do kind of remember finding him for Christmas. So 11 years later, about maybe more like 10, we finally have them all again. Now as new variants, so it's pretty cool. Anyways, on the back, as seen in Cars, we got Tumbleweed, Lightning McQueen, Todd, the Pizza Planet truck, who I'm still looking for, 2023 or 4 ones. Either one would be cool to get. He's a new variant. And then we got Maynard, we got Kevin Racing Tire, we got Kevin Shiftrate, and we got Brush Kerber. I was going to call him Billy Oil Changer for some reason. And then the Ghost Car, of course. But without any further ado, guys, I think it's time to bust open Wingo with Flames and see how he looks. Alright, as I was opening Wingo with Flames here, I couldn't help but notice he would make a very good new mascot for Sour Patch Kids, or really just any kind of green apple sour candy, because his lime green color scheme with all the other colors mixing together, I don't know, it just really screams sour candy, especially Sour Patch Kids to me. I think he would make a great mascot. He looks really cool though. Great new variant. I can already tell that because of the fact that he is very different from the original one. I really didn't think he would be. I love how much brighter this new variant is. I mean, the lime and green really is lime now. Before it was more just kind of like a more basic green. I like it better now. And then if you put him next to the Vietnam-made one, which I have for some reason. Oh yeah, because that Radiator Springs, whatever it is, classic Welcome the Radiator Springs 4-pack or whatever. They did him from Vietnam, and you can just see this one's even more bright. So I don't know if he needs to be that bright. I think the Thailand one kind of does him justice. I think this looks bright enough. This one has even blurrier decals, though. Like this one, you can already tell it's got some blurry decals, but it is supposed to be kind of like graffiti, so I don't know if it'll be that big of a problem with me today. I'm not sure, but I don't hate it. I think it looks really nice, actually. Is it a better variant than the original Chinese made one? Well, I don't know. We'll see about that. But, anyways, before we move on and take a closer look, I want to show you where Wingo appears at in the first Cars movie with his flames. Pretty much the only time we ever see any of the tuners is with their flames on, so it's good that they do these variants. Wingo is definitely one of the first tuners to catch on that, well, obviously Lightning McQueen is in the back of Mac's trailer, and that's when they start kind of roughhousing. They try to push Mac back and forth across the lanes and basically try to make him fall off the overpass. So I don't think they had very good intentions. They're not really villains, but they're definitely not good cars either, that's for sure. Unfortunately, Wingo doesn't have too many speaking lines, but we do get to see quite a few good angles of him, and you can just see all of his cool graffiti inspired paint decals that he has and his really nice green flames. So yeah, I do like Wingo. He's definitely not one of the more talkative ones, though. He doesn't have too many speaking lines in the movie, unfortunately. But he is voiced by some guy named Adrian Oka, who I think kind of looks like him a little bit. Wingo is supposed to be Japanese, I think at least. He doesn't really look Japanese to me. Like, I mean, I guess he's an import. That's what he is. That's what this means, actually, on the side. This Japanese writing that he has, I think this is the only way you can read it, because this way it looks backwards. So I don't know how it means the same thing both ways. I'm not sure. Maybe Japanese writing you can read backwards. I don't really know much about it. But it does mean import. So I always thought that was a cool little Easter egg that only I know about. No, not really. I don't know where I found that out, though. I think somebody just let me know online. I forget who, though. Really nice expression for Wingo, though. I like it a lot. It's a little bit different than the original one. Just kind of Thailandified. I guess it's not really different. He does have some bottom eyelids, which is cool. Makes him look a little bit more lifelike. And he has the shadow effect to his eyelids, which is cool. Definitely, once again, makes him look more lifelike and more accurate to how he looks in the movie. And he has his nice little white smile there, his teeth colored in. Looks like they colored in his grill now. That was never colored in before. They made it black. He's got like two tiny little air intakes there to make up his grill. Kind of looks like a Japanese tiny little mustache, which is kind of cool. That's what I'm talking about. He does have some things on him which look very Japanese inspired. I think the biggest thing is, well, a spoiler, I guess, but also like these flares here. I love how the wheel wells and like the side kind of panels on them, it just like flares out and like goes sharp on the edges and then inwards and it kind of curves. It's very cool, very Japanese looking to me at least. And we do see him, don't we see him in Tokyo Mater? Yeah, so I think we see him in Japan in Tokyo Mater. So he's definitely supposed to be Japanese, at least a little bit Japanese. But his car model, it still looks like an American car to me. Like he's based off of a Mitsubishi Eclipse, it said online, like an older one. And I can see that for sure, like a late 90s one, I think it said. He is an actual car model. It's not real, like from real life or anything, but it's called a Gashi Wingo. So his name is actually the same as the name of his car model, which is kind of funny. All of the paint decals, though, aren't the clearest, unfortunately. Like they're kind of missing the white trim around them now. Oh, the purple flames. I don't really know. I don't think they're supposed to be flames, but I'll call them flames for the sake of the video. And yeah, I don't know, they're just missing the white trim around them, so they don't look as crisp anymore. Looks like they added a few extra flames over the wheel well here, which actually looks nice, more accurate to how he looks in the movie. And they're all brighter too. Like the purple, I guess it's a little brighter, but mostly the orange and the red colors that he has on the side flames here, they're definitely more bright. And I like that, especially the orange. That's really bright. Really nice. They're not the crispiest, but I don't know, they stand out more now. And graffiti's not perfect either. That's what this design is based on, graffiti. So I like it. I think they did a good job. His rims definitely look to be different. It's like they spray painted them with gray paint now, whereas before they were just silver. So I don't really like them as much. I think they are supposed to be silver. So that's kind of a little bit inaccurate, but I guess it's all right. The back end, it's still missing all the flames, unfortunately. I mean, it should be completely covered with orange decals, and obviously it doesn't have any of them. No Wingo has ever had any. I wish they would have done him from the Precision Series line back in the day. They never planned to, but it would have been cool, because I'm sure they would have added those, and it would have looked a lot better. It's funny how everyone always complains about his spoiler, not having the flame decals on it, which there's not even really that many, so it's not even the biggest deal in the world. But I've never heard anyone once complain about the back end of Wingo missing all the flames. Like, to me, that's more important. That's a bigger surface area. The spoiler, it's like, yeah, it's cool enough on its own, but it is supposed to have some orange flames too, so it sucks that they still have not added them. He has like 5 different lines though going through his spoiler. They're definitely thicker now, so they really changed the mold on the spoiler. I don't really like it as much being thicker. The thinner little like individual spoilers going through the big spoiler just looks better and more accurate. Mine broke on the top though on this Chinese one here. Started to crease a little too. You can see the white line there, so that sucks. But oh well, what are you gonna do? Anyways, the license plate, pretty nice. You can kind of read it a little bit. Try to zoom in so you can really get the full effect on it. Can you see it? Not really. It says Wingo, obviously, but I'm talking about the text on top. That is really hard to read, and well, you can't read it. I don't think anyone, even if you had perfect 20/20 vision, I don't think you could read that. But it does say Spoilerville. I learned that from online. I think somewhere it said that he's from Spoilerville. It also says, if you didn't know about Wingo, and I think his Meet the Cars book description, or maybe on the Cars Finder video game, it says that he actually is a believe it calls him an illustrious paint detailer, which is pretty cool. And he's kind of like Ramon, I guess, but I think he specializes in only like painting the decals on a car. I don't believe he really does like full body paint jobs. Like he wouldn't be painting the green, but he would paint all this. Like I believe he painted this himself. It said on his little description, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. I guess he's kind of like a tattoo artist, but only carified because cars don't really have tattoos. They just have, paint decals. But I guess I guess that's what a tattoo is, kind of, just on skin instead of metal. Anyways, though, this is the main attraction. Obviously, his little flames in the back. They look pretty good, nice, translucent. You can kind of see through them a little bit. I don't really care for the exhaust though that they come out of. Like I don't like how they use gray paint once again, just like they did on their rims instead of silver. And also it's like not attached to the base. It's plastic, but it's not attached to the base. Before it was still plastic, but it was, so didn't really move around as much. At least I think it there might be a crack there actually. It was just in there better. I'm not sure. Either way though, they're definitely bigger, a little bit wider, I would say, and more like bright too, just like the paint on Wingo. Definitely a brighter shade of green, which looks good. I like it. Just kind of weird that they changed it. I'm not sure why they did. S48A is the date stamp, though. Nice black base. I love how it flares out here on the sides. Very, very nice. But yeah, I think that's it for Wingo. He definitely has some inaccuracies on him, especially in the back and the spoiler, but everything else actually looks pretty nice. I wish Thailand would have added in the little white trim around some of these decals here, like the flames in the front, but whatever. At least they put the purple trim around the side import Japanese writing there. I guess that's cool. They also added these little green like air intakes here. I mean, they were there before, but they're just green now. Before they were just left purple. So yeah, this is pretty nice. This Wingo, I thought it was only released in 2013, but reading the date stamp, very late in the year, it says 2923 EAA. So that's very late in the year 2013. So I guess these tuners with flames were released again in 2014. So I guess that makes sense. I think I did find them in maybe the Christmas, or like I think I got them for Christmas in 2014. That would make more sense. But maybe it was 13. It took me a little while to get them, like at least a full year, which was kind of fun because I got to go on a little bit of a hunt to find them all. I don't remember finding every one. Like I said, I thought I got some for Christmas, but I'm not really 100% sure. It was a while ago. Anyways, here is the Vietnam-made variant. It's nothing too crazy good. It doesn't have the flames either. Obviously, I just thought I'd show them. Just a lot more blurry, really, everything is. All the decals. Still missing the decals on the back, too. So it's not like it's a great variant by any means, but the color is brighter. I don't mind it. It looks alright. It's just funny how Wingo, he's like fully made of metal. His eyes are made of metal. Obviously, his visor is made of metal. His windows are made of metal. Usually, all that kind of stuff is plastic, but it's not and never really has been on Wingo. I do have this car that kind of looks like Wingo, same type of model. The Kabuto Ninja, of course. Just got him last year, actually, 2023, in that 2-pack. They're pretty much the same. Doesn't have as many like flares on the side. He does in the front, but not really on the sides for some reason. Pretty nice though. Nice car. I like the Kabuto Ninja. But I do want to take some time to compare all of the flames. This is, well, let's zoom it in because the flames are pretty small. But this is the Kabuto, or I was going to say the Kabuto Ninja's flames, but no, just Kabuto with flames. I love his flames. I think he has some of the best flames that Mattel has ever made. This is the new Thailand variant of him. Definitely better than Wingo's flames. I'm sorry, Wingo. But you only have one flame. Kabuto, he only has one flame too. But they just look awesome. I love how it's like two-tone and gradient. It's just very seamless. Very, very cool. And then obviously, I think that DJ's flames are all right. He has two, but he doesn't have the two-tone color scheme to them, so they're not as good as they could be, probably. Here are Boost flames. He has two, just like DJ, but his do have a two-tone color scheme to them, so I like them. I like the color better too. And then reaching over to get Snot Rod here. He has the best flames for sure. His flames are like actual fire flames, and they're on the side, of course, not on the back. And I mean, they just look the best. I can't wait to see how Thailand ends up doing Snot Rod with flames. I think they'll do a great job with them. But only time will tell. Boost and DJ, I think, maybe are being found right now in like the States, but for me, might be a while until I find them. Who knows? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my little review of Wingo with his flames. I like this variant a lot. He's pretty cool. I wish they would have fixed some stuff on him. You know, his headlights, almost forgot to mention, they could be more detailed too. But whatever, they're just kind of basic gray headlights. Obviously, he should have the flames on the back and the spoiler, but whatever. you know, always going to get inaccuracies with Mattel, but I think he's alright. I think he's better than the Chinese one, at least in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, though, down in the comments below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and with that, I'll see you guys next time, right here on the Cars Garage.